The Hittite Empire, a significant civilization that emerged in Anatolia during the early 17th century BCE, represents a fascinating chapter in ancient history. This multifaceted empire, marked by its strategic capital, Hattusa, witnessed a trajectory of growth, cultural synthesis, military prowess, and ultimately a complex downfall. Early period, 1600 BCE, 1400 BCE. The early years of the Hittite civilization unfolded against the backdrop of Anatolia, as the Indo-European speaking Hittites migrated into the region. This migration, occurring around 1600 BCE, was a pivotal moment that set the stage for the Hittites' profound influence on the Anatolian peninsula. Hattusa, strategically located in central Anatolia, emerged as a focal point during this period. Archaeological evidence suggests a gradual consolidation of power in this city, which would later become the capital of the Hittite Empire. Hattusa's rise marked the beginning of an urban center that would play a pivotal role in the region's political and cultural dynamics. The Hittites, likely Indo-European migrants, established their presence in Anatolia, initiating a fusion of their cultural practices with those of the indigenous Anatolian population. This cultural synthesis laid the groundwork for the distinctive features that would characterize the Hittite civilization. Old Kingdom, 1600 BCE, 1400 BCE. The subsequent Old Kingdom period witnessed the establishment of key Hittite cultural and political institutions. Hattusa underwent significant transformations as monumental structures altered its landscape. The city, now evolving into a sophisticated urban center, became not only an administrative and political hub, but also a center for religious practices. The construction of monumental structures within Hattusa reflected the growing influence of the Hittite rulers. Temples and administrative buildings dotted the cityscape, illustrating the Hittites' commitment to cultural and political development. Hattusa became a vibrant center of cultural exchange, laying the foundation for the cosmopolitan character it would acquire in later periods. The Old Kingdom was characterized by the consolidation of power within Hattusa and the establishment of a cultural identity that fused Hittite and Anatolian elements. This period set the stage for the Hittite Empire's further expansion and influence. Middle Kingdom, 1400 BCE, 1200 BCE. The Middle Kingdom of the Hittite Empire, spanning from around 1400 BCE to 1200 BCE, marked the zenith of Hittite power and influence. Under the leadership of prominent rulers like Suppiluliuma I, the Hittites engaged in military campaigns that showcased their military prowess. Military conquests during this era extended the Hittite Empire's reach into neighboring territories, with Syria becoming a notable region of expansion. The borders of the empire expanded significantly, illustrating the effectiveness of Hittite military strategies and campaigns. Hattusa, already a flourishing city, evolved into a cosmopolitan hub during the Middle Kingdom. Diverse cultural influences shaped the city's character, reflecting the Hittites' ability to integrate various elements into their cultural fabric. This cosmopolitan nature was not only a testament to the Hittites' diplomatic and cultural acumen, but also a source of strength for the empire. The Middle Kingdom was characterized by both military expansion and cultural sophistication. The Hittites, through their military endeavors, solidified their presence in the broader Anatolian region and beyond. Meanwhile, the city of Hattusa continued to thrive as a cultural crossroads, nurturing a rich and diverse societal tapestry. Hittite-Egyptian relations and the Battle of Kadesh. The interactions between the Hittites and the Egyptians during the Middle Kingdom culminated in the famous Battle of Kadesh around 1274 BCE. This conflict, immortalized in inscriptions and historical records, was a significant military engagement that showcased the military capabilities of both powers. The Battle of Kadesh, fought between Hittite King Muwatalli II and Egyptian Pharaoh Ramses II, ended inconclusively. Despite the lack of a decisive outcome on the battlefield, the conflict paved the way for diplomatic negotiations between the two powers. Subsequently, the Hittites and Egyptians negotiated a peace treaty, which is considered one of the earliest recorded treaties in history. This diplomatic resolution highlighted the Hittites' ability to navigate complex geopolitical situations and engage in constructive diplomatic relations. The peace treaty established a period of relative stability between the Hittites and Egyptians, emphasizing the importance of diplomatic solutions even in the midst of military conflicts. This diplomatic success demonstrated the Hittites' strategic thinking beyond the battlefield. It showcased their commitment to maintaining stability in the region through negotiation and peaceful coexistence, setting an early example of diplomatic practices that would influence future international relations. While you're captivated by the fascinating content, don't forget to show your support. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more intriguing insights and engaging narratives. Late period, 1200 BCE, 1180 BCE. The late period of the Hittite Empire, spanning from approximately 1200 BCE to 1180 BCE, was marked by profound challenges that contributed to the decline of the once mighty empire. This period coincided with the broader Late Bronze Age collapse, a complex phenomenon that affected several civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean and Near East. Economic instability emerged as a significant factor during the late period. Disruptions in trade routes and economic networks led to a decline in the Hittite Empire's economic prosperity. The once thriving trade connections that had fueled the empire's growth and cultural exchanges now faced disruptions, contributing to internal challenges. Societal unrest also characterized the late period, with internal discord and discontent among the population. The economic challenges, coupled with potential social inequalities and political instability, created a volatile environment within the Hittite Empire. Adding to these internal challenges were external pressures, most notably invasions by the Sea Peoples. The Sea Peoples, a mysterious confederation of maritime raiders, conducted incursions along the coasts of the Eastern Mediterranean, causing widespread disruptions. The Hittite Empire, already grappling with internal issues, now faced external threats that further weakened its central authority. The combined impact of economic decline, internal strife, and external invasions contributed to the unraveling of the Hittite Empire during the late period. The once mighty civilization, which had flourished through centuries of expansion and cultural exchange, now found itself in a state of vulnerability. Downfall, 1180 BCE. Around 1180 BCE, the Hittite Empire faced a definitive and tumultuous downfall. External invasions played a role in the downfall, with foreign forces breaching the once imposing defenses of Hattusa. Internal power struggles and political instability may have also contributed to the empire's vulnerability. Environmental factors such as droughts or other natural disasters could have further strained the empire's resources. The exact identity of the invaders remains uncertain, and various theories have been proposed. Some suggest the involvement of the Phrygians or other Indo-European groups, while others point to the mysterious Sea Peoples as potential contributors to the downfall. The lack of a centralized power structure and effective leadership during this period likely exacerbated the empire's vulnerability. The fall of Hattusa marked the definitive end of the Hittite Empire. The once prosperous capital, which had witnessed centuries of cultural and political development, now lay in ruins. The Hittite civilization, which had left an indelible mark on the ancient world, entered a new phase as Anatolia became a fragmented landscape of emerging regional powers. The legacy of the Hittite civilization, however, persisted in the historical memory of the region and continued to influence subsequent developments. Aftermath. The aftermath of the Hittite Empire's collapse saw Anatolia entering a period of fragmentation. Various regional powers and city-states emerged, filling the void left by the absence of the centralized Hittite authority. The once unified Anatolian landscape now became a patchwork of competing entities, each vying for dominance. The cultural and political legacy of the Hittite civilization endured, influencing subsequent civilizations in the region. The Hittites' contributions to diplomacy, military strategy, and cultural exchange left an indelible mark on the ancient world. Despite the collapse of the empire, remnants of Hittite influence persisted in the cultural practices, governance structures, and interactions of the successor states. The Hittite language, written in cuneiform script, remained a crucial component of Anatolian linguistic heritage. The decipherment of Hittite hieroglyphs in the early 20th century by scholars such as Bedzich Hrozny provided valuable insights into the Hittite civilization, allowing for a deeper understanding of their literature, religious texts, and historical records. The Hittite Empire's cultural impact extended beyond its geographical boundaries. The cosmopolitan nature of Hattusa, the diplomatic achievements exemplified by the peace treaty with Egypt, and the military campaigns that expanded the empire's reach contributed to a rich legacy that resonated through subsequent centuries. In conclusion, the Hittite Empire's rise, zenith, and eventual downfall represent a dynamic and complex narrative in the tapestry of ancient history. From the early migration of Indo-European speakers into Anatolia to the cosmopolitan brilliance of Hattusa during the Middle Kingdom, the Hittites played a central role in shaping the cultural and political landscape of the ancient Near East. The challenges of the late period, coupled with external invasions, precipitated the empire's decline and eventual collapse. Yet, the enduring legacy of the Hittite civilization persisted in the fragmented Anatolian region that emerged in the aftermath, influencing the course of subsequent civilizations and contributing to the rich historical mosaic of the ancient world. Don't forget to show your support. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more intriguing insights and engaging narratives.